Hey everyone, back with another What Sold video. Hope everyone had a happy 4th of July. I am a very part-time reseller. I sell or resell items on both eBay and Poshmark. Um, I am debating if I should add items or cross-list to Depop. I've been seeing a lot of people cross-listing to all three of those platforms. If you guys have any insight for me as to whether I should try it or not, let me know. If I do that, I was also thinking about getting a robot to cross-list everything. Right now, I manually cross-list between Poshmark and eBay, but I know there are bots that can do that for you to save time. And if so, let me know if you guys have found that worthwhile. And if so, what programs you guys use. For right now, I have Posher VA, which automatically sends out offers to likers and automatically relists stale items. I also pay for the very, very basic eBay subscription. So it's like about $4.95 a month, I believe. And so with that one, I do tend to post sales on my eBay store quite a bit with that feature. Um, and sometimes I'll send out coupons, but mainly I think I just do sales and then I do the automatic offer to liker that eBay provides for just everybody. Um, yeah, so if you guys have any input on any of those things, please let me know. I'm always trying to improve a little bit if I can with the time that I have. And so if you guys find any of those things worthwhile, please let me know. And with that, let's just jump right in here. So my first sale here is a Vince Camuto top. I don't know if that's how you say it. I initially bought it because I thought that like snakeskin was trending. Particularly, I believe Taylor Swift had worn some snakeskin things on a tour a really long time ago. I don't believe that snakeskin is trending anymore. Wouldn't recommend it. You could see here it took basically about a year to sell, and that's if I didn't relist it. So definitely would not recommend this one, but this is the first sale that I have in July. It sold for $4.94. My order earnings was $3.45. My cost of goods was $3 is what I'm saying. It's been a long time, so I don't actually know, but that's just my guess. So my net profit on this was 45 cents. So again, not something I recommend. If you can hear the snoring, that is my little puppy Carl snoring on the ground. And hopefully it will not mess with too much of the vocals for this video. My next sale here is this Lululemon Soft Stream high-rise midi skirt. It's a size 10. I bought this in, I believe it was Ohio at a I'm not entirely sure what those stores are called, but basically people can buy like areas in a store to like sell their own items. So like some people, I saw a section that sold like swords, some that sold saws, some that sold clothes, some that sold arts and crafts. And so they just have little like sections in a store that people like rent out and then they can sell their own. I want to say maybe like kind of like a consignment store. I'm not entirely sure what they're called, but in any case, so I bought this from one of the vendors at one of these stores. This one sold very quickly. Within 2 days, this sold on June 3rd. For $50. Order earnings was $40.43. Cost of goods was $9. And net profit was $31.43. Lululemon is not always a bolo brand, especially with so much nowadays. The market is very oversaturated. I have a bunch of leggings that have been sitting here for quite a while. But some of the more unique pieces, like this skirt, they don't sell a ton of skirts, so I think that's why this one sold really quickly. I know my mom had sold a scarf before, and that one also sold very quickly. So I think just depending on what product you have, I think if it's not something that there is a lot of, then it can do very well. And I believe bigger sizes do a little better. The leggings that I have are a smaller size than the size 10. And like I said, they've been sitting there for a while and they're priced significantly lower than this one. So I would say look out for these Lululemon skirts and unique pieces that Lululemon sells. This is a Steve Madden belt. It sold also on June 3rd for $9. My order earnings was $7.36. And I believe that I bought this in a pack with another belt that I actually used, but I don't remember exactly. But in any case, so I had my cost of goods as zero because this was actually something that I bought for myself. Um, I believe it was at Ross actually, and I just don't remember exactly what the story was. But in any case, nothing too much to note here. Just, I mean, this one took a year to sell, so not super exciting. This one was a pretty exciting sale. This is some Taos. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but Taos Uncommon Mary Jane Comfort leather shoes. These sold on June 6th for $50. My order earnings was $40. My cost of goods was $6, and my net profit was $34. I believe I did a thrift haul video with this one on there, and I think I got this at a Goodwill when it was a 50% off day for everything, and I think I spent maybe like 45 minutes at the bin or the Goodwill store. They were just in really good condition. I didn't get a chance to look them up while I was there, but I just I took a chance on this one, and I think this one was a good one to take a chance on. I believe it sold in just slightly over 30 days, so a pretty good flip, I would say there. This one, if you've watched all of my other what sold videos, you'll know that I tried to arbitrage this from Packed. This one has taken longer than I definitely would have liked to sell things, but happy to see it move. This is just a dress that was on sale that I bought online. It sold on June 7th for $36. My order earnings was $28.80, and my cost of goods was $12 because it was on sale on the website. So my net profit was $16.80. I think I sold one more of these later in the month, and I think that is the last of the dresses that I bought from Packed. I believe I still have a bunch of leggings. So probably leggings are not what you should be buying from Packed. This next sale is a Ralph Lauren dress. I have also been trying to figure out about what lines of Ralph Lauren do well and not. This one I think I got from a garage sale like last year in the fall. Yeah, it looks like October 18th. I want to say I got this from like a grandma's garage sale, and I want to say I'm not completely sure, but I think I paid $5 for this one. It sat obviously for over half a year, so I don't know if I just didn't. I don't know why it didn't sell. I thought it was cute. It could be it just wasn't in the season, and that's why since we were like fall going into winter. But I thought it was a cute dress, and I thought it was a pretty good brand, so I wasn't entirely sure on this one. I probably would pick this up again, I think, but maybe if it was less, I'm not really sure. Anyway, so this one sold on June 9th for $20 only. My order earnings were $14.91, and I'm saying my cost of goods was $5. So my net profit was $9.91. So I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't do this again. It wasn't an impressive sale. It took a long time to sell, and yeah, I'm not sure, but I thought it was really cute. So anyway. So this one was another good sale for the month. So this one sold on it's a J Gel Pure Gel organic cotton tunic. This one sold on June 10th for $21.13. My order earnings was $16.44, and I got this for $8, making my profit $8.44. So not a great net profit there. However, it did flip very quickly, less than a week. It was 6 days. It sold on June 10th. And I got feedback already on this that the customer was very pleased with it. This one I also got at that consignment store from Ohio. And yeah, so definitely if it was cheaper, definitely yes. If it wasn't as cheap, I priced it down a little bit just because it was a little more plain and I didn't want to sit on it very long. I would say $8 is a little higher generally than I pay for like thrifted items that I have. And so I was trying to price competitively, and I think it worked because it did sell within less than a week. Like I said, the profit wasn't as big. I maybe could have got a little more if I wanted to say, like, wait a little while, but I was happy to make the sale and flip that profit quickly. This next one is a newest tag Wild Fable, like a cargo maxi mini skirt. It's kind of a unique thing here. I bought this, I want to say last fall at a large convention garage sale. It actually was in a free pile bin, but I ended up giving them $1 for like every item that I took from the free bin. And so this one sold on June 10th for $8. My order earnings was $5.05. My cost of goods was $1 because that's what I gave the vendor. And so my net profit is $4.05. I wouldn't necessarily do this again. It just happened to sell and I'm glad that it did. This one is a J. Crew, just athletic drawstring shorts. This one my auntie gave to me to resell recently. And so I just listed it. This one sold on June 10th for $13. My order earnings was $10.05. My cost of goods, I gave her 40% for $4.02. So my net profit was $6.03. I think depending on what you have from J. Crew, it can be pretty good. This one sold quicker than I think I thought. I want to say maybe like 2 months it took, 2 or 3 months. Not entirely sure. But I'm just glad it sold, and I'm glad that I was able to get her some money for this. This one, if you've been around also watching my channel, I had tried to arbitrage these as well. These are some Old Navy linen blend, super wide leg pants. Linen during this time of the year is popular. Super wide leg pants are popular right now. So this is why I decided to give it a try. I bought a whole bunch for about $14 a piece. If you watch any of my other videos, I go into how I got it a little bit cheaper. I think it was like $15 per piece, but I used Rakuten and I used the GCX app to get it a little cheaper. So that way my cost of goods per item was $14. I kept it as new with tags. And yeah, so this one, it sold within, what is that, like less than a month or about a month. So this one sold on June 11th for $29.99. Order earnings was $23.16. My cost of goods was the $14 I mentioned, and the net profit was $9.16. So not a huge profit, but because I bought it in bulk, I generally am willing to accept a little less for things as long as they move relatively quickly, especially since I'm sinking a little more money into it. I sold another one of these towards the end of the month. So of all the pants that I bought from Old Navy during this sale, the only ones I have left is the black. And that is a lesson to be learned because I thought I researched these pretty well. And I thought the black one sold very well. So I actually bought the most of these pants in black. And so far, I have not yet sold a single one in black. And I have all of them left. So I think I bought this color. I bought a chocolate brown, which is a pretty trendy color right now. And those have sold out so far. But yes, still sitting on the black one. So I think it's partially maybe because of the season. Black is not summer color. So it's just a learning lesson for myself because I thought I did some research, but not good enough. Okay, so the next sale is this packed dress, same like the one that I talked about earlier in this video. It sold on June 12th for $25. Order earnings was $22.92, and cost of goods was $12, leaving me with a net profit of $10.92. So not as big of a net profit as the other one that I sold, but I think this was the last of my dresses that I bought. And it's been a while that I've been hanging on to them, so I'm glad to get rid of them. As mentioned in some of my other videos, depending on what you have, they can sell relatively well. And like I mentioned before, I just think the leggings are not. I did joggers and I did skirts before, and they did pretty well. The dresses seemed to at least sell eventually. It was probably just the time of the year. So if you're willing to sit and wait on it, then they did sell out for me. But yeah, the leggings are just kind of struggling right now. So my next sale are these Outdoor Voices 7/8 leggings. These I actually got from Poshmark. I had intended to get it for myself. I'm doing more work outside, and I haven't really found really good pants to wear outside. If you guys know of good pants to wear outside, like in the hot of summer, let me know because I am on the lookout for these. So anyway, I tried these, didn't really like them, so I just turned around and sold them. So these sold actually relatively quickly. I want to say within less than 2 weeks. On June 12th, for $18, my order earnings is $14.40. My cost of goods was $9, and so my net profit was $5.40. So I'm happy that I could just turn around and sell it. And then, even though it wasn't that much of a profit, that's okay because my purpose when I bought this was not for reselling. So I'm glad that I at least made my money back and even a little more. That's a big win. These are just some socks that we had at home. I think we bought it as a joke for something, and it was worn maybe once, and so we just decided to sell it. They're in really good condition. Nothing too much to know. I know some college teams can do pretty well depending on what you have. These they're just socks. I didn't think they would go for that much. I was right, but they did go for a good amount for socks. So this one sold on June 13th for $11. Order earnings was $8.05, and so that was the net profit since it was ours to begin with. This one was a pretty exciting sale. I did not make a lot of money, but it sold very quickly, and I went off of a hunch at a garage sale. So this month I actually did a lot of sourcing. I went to that one place in Ohio that I mentioned earlier. I spent maybe about an hour there. I went to a couple of yard sales one weekend, and then actually maybe 2 weekends. I think I went to yard sales 2 weekends, and that probably was maybe like a couple hours each or so, but this one anyway was from a yard sale. Generally, I think Nike can be pretty difficult to move, but skirts during this time of year, skirts and skirts can be pretty popular. And so that's one of the reasons I got it. Another reason I got it is because it was a 2X, so it's larger. So I think that increases the value as well. And so I decided to take a shot on this one and how quickly it sold. I would do this again, I think. It was sold on June 13th, so only 5 days, for $18. My order earnings was $14.82, and my cost of goods was $2 at the yard sale, making my net profit $12.82. So not, like I said, not a huge profit, but for a 5 day flip, and I had only $2 sunk into it. I was very happy with this sale, and it was like encouraging to know that I was on the right track when I bought it because I wasn't able to research it um, as I was looking at it, and so it's encouraging to be reinforced that your instincts are good when you've been doing this for a little bit. This one also showed up in one of my prior videos. I know at some point Trader Joe's bags are very popular. I had seen that they were on limited edition. These are the Easter bags. I tried to buy the max, I think it was like 20. And so I bundled these and have tried to arbitrage this as well. So far, I think I sold 2 bundles. And I've maybe had it listed for like a month or two. I'm not sure if I would do this again. Not a lot of money was sunk into it. So I'm not really concerned too much about that. But they're just taking a little bit longer to sell than I thought. But I guess that's what happens. It doesn't always become popular right away. Um, But anyway, so this one sold on June 19th for $35. My order earnings was $28. My cost of goods was $12, so $3 per color. And so my net profit was $16. So again, um, not like the highest profit. It's still a pretty decent profit, but especially since I just like bought a whole bunch of these at one crack, the effort wasn't as difficult. But yes, happy to at least sell one more of these bundles. I think I have maybe like 12 more to go, something like that. Yeah. Anyway, keep following along to see if you wanted to see if the rest of them sell. So this one was kind of interesting. I wouldn't necessarily do this again, but the only reason why I wouldn't do this again is because I bought this at a Plato's Closet. If I found this at the bins, I probably would have got it. If I found it at Goodwill, I probably would have got it. But at Plato's Closet, this was $30 and I decided to buy it. I had some store credit because I sold some stuff to Plato's Closet a while ago and I wanted to use it. So that's part of why I bought it. But yeah, so how I mentioned earlier about the Lululemon skirt, this one is not leggings. This one's more, as you can see, like the wider leg here at the bottom, and it's brown. Like I also mentioned, brown is pretty trendy right now. So that's mainly why I bought it. I also, when I looked it up in the store, it's a line, and I think that one is popular. I think it's a material that it is. And so that's why I decided to buy it. I basically just made my money back by the sale, but it did only take like a couple days to sell. I want to say maybe like a week, two at most. But I was also, I think I got an offer on it, and I was also really nervous that it wouldn't sell because I sunk so much money into it. So I just accepted it and was happy to at least see it move because I think I was kind of regretting buying it. But like I said, if I could have got it for cheaper, I definitely would have bought it. Just maybe not for $30. So this one sold on June 24th for $40. Order earnings was $32. Cost of goods was $30. So net profit is $2. I don't include taxes. So with taxes, I probably made like a few cents. But anyway, here is the other Old Navy linen super wide leg pants that I sold. My last one of this color. This one actually sold for more. This one sold on June 27th for $39.99. My order earnings was $33.40. My cost of goods was the same at $14. So my net profit was $19.40. So in my opinion, great flip. I could buy this in bulk just like the other ones. And this one particularly profited me nearly $20, which is usually what I like to see. And so, but like I said, yeah, the black was kind of a mistake. But we'll see. Stay tuned if you want to see if the black ones ever sell. And then my last sale of the month, not super exciting. I just had some rubber bands left over. Just listed it just to get some more items posted. It sold for $5.86. My order earnings was $3.81. And that is what my net profit was because these were mine. Yeah, and so with that, that is all of my June sales. There was like a week that Poshmark did really well, and I was like really excited about the month, and then it like drastically slowed down. And so, and I think part of that too is like not my consistency. I did not make a calendar this month of when I posted and when things sold. If you guys do want to see that, please let me know in the comments because I can do that for you guys. I just wasn't sure that people actually looked at it, so I didn't want to do it if it didn't matter. And so, but yes, let me know if you do want to see it. I did slow down at a certain point with posting, so I'm not very surprised on the fact that I didn't sell as much, but I do think that maybe it might pick up a little bit, hopefully, if I stay consistent in July, because I did all that sourcing in June. I still haven't posted everything, so I can tell some of the things that I have sourced have been selling a little quicker. So like in July, just within these first 5 days, I'm filming this on the 5th. So first 5 days, I've already profited like over $80 on my sales, and I don't know exactly why, but I think I'm gonna try and keep posting the rest of the things that I sourced. And yeah, stay tuned if you're interested. There's some good ones that sold, I think, at these first 5 days. I was kind of excited about some of the sales. But yes, so my total profit for all of June was $200, $206.03. So I think that might actually be the lowest that I've had ever since I started. There may be one month actually that dipped under 200, but this is still one of the lower ones. For those of you new here, I think my sales have been ranging between like 2 and 400. Um, and they've probably been in the lower 2 to 300s the past couple of months. So yeah, with that, if you guys liked it, or yeah, if you found this video helpful, please like it. If you're interested, please subscribe. If not, totally okay. And with that, I believe I'm gonna try and make videos a little more frequently rather than waiting till the end of the month. Let me know if you guys like the whole month videos, or if you guys rather see like weekly videos. I don't know that I can get to weekly videos, but maybe like bi-weekly videos or something so that I can like separate it out a little more. Um, I'm not sure if that will be helpful or not. I don't want to miss any portion, so even if I am a little late, I will catch up and do all of my sales so that you guys can eventually see everything that I've sold in an entire year, and whatnot. But yes, let me know if you guys have a preference. If not, I'll just kind of wing it and see what works best for my schedule. But anyway, with that, have a really good July and rest of the summer. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.